TEPIG is so much cooler and more interesting than I ever realized. We're rating them all, and honestly, it always shocks me how many resistances pure fire types have. But otherwise, TEPIG's stats are pretty unique, focusing on HP and attack, which are great for the early game, and an okay 45 in everything else. The issue is that it's stuck with Ember, a special move, until it gets the fantastic Flame Charge right before it evolves. But even still, it hits hard enough with Gen 5's boosted tackle damage and has defense curl for bulk. It's better than Snivy for sure, but still not amazing. 3.5 stars. It will of course get the starter standard 4.5 stars in availability for being available for the whole game, or not at all. But oh my god, TEPIG and its line are so much cooler conceptually than I realized. They are of course based on pigs, but maybe more specifically the pig demon disciple from the same story about Sun Wukong. But even cooler than that is the inspiration from not only war pigs, but incendiary war pigs used by the Greeks and Romans, which is exactly what it sounds like. Brutal but amazing fire type starter idea. 5 stars. And honestly, TEPIG is adorable, and even though it absolutely got torched in the polls, I think this is easily just as good of a design as Snivy, if not better. Yet it also has the most simple design out of the three, but that's not always a bad thing. The cute little ringtail, the burnt brown or black coloring on its rump and head, accented perfectly by the little yellow flame pattern on its nose. But to put it plainly, just look at his little face, it's so cute. 4 stars, which gives little TEPIG 4.25 stars overall, just barely falling short of the starter's top 5. Pignite is one of the worst looking middle stage starters of all time, and that's really saying something. We're rating them all, and thankfully it does actually make up for that in its battle prowess. 90 HP and 93 attack are actually kind of insane for that point in the game. And what I've always thought was the signature move, Flame Charge, makes up for its lack of speed. Then throw on Arm Thrust, Rollout Shenanigans, and Heat Crash into the mix, and Pignite is actually an early game monster. It's absolutely crushing Gyms 2 and 3, and is pretty solid into Gym 5, then the same goes for the remakes. And remember, this is based on when you would use it, and in that case, Pignite is really awesome. 4.5 stars. It's also going to get 4.5 in availability, just like every other starter, and its concept, as we went over with TEPIG, is genuinely fantastic, being based on charging incendiary Roman war pigs with further inspiration from a pig demon in Sun Wukong story, and yeah, that's 5 stars. But this monster of a middle stage starter is just brutally let down by its design, by far the least favorite and lowest polled by the community, and I completely agree. It has some good aspects. I like the touch of decorative gold leading into Emboar and the progression of the tails in this line, going from wick to burning smoke to boom. But outside of those pretty cool details, holy crap, this thing is so ugly. Why is its whole body just an egg with appendages and a face slapped onto it all of a sudden? And I get what they were going for with the super low-cut leotard looking thing, but it's not helping matters at all. This whole design just looks so, like, sloppy and misproportioned. A major sour spot in this evolution line. 2 stars. But even with that, Pignite still managed to secure a really solid 4 stars overall. Emboar is one of the most hated starters of all time, and for a long time I got it, honestly, but is all of that disdain really justified? Let's see. We're rating them all, and one of the main reasons why I think that started is its firefighting typing, which is awesome, and to be fair, it's really good. But being the 3rd starter with that type in a row was certainly a decision. But that doesn't take away from how utterly dominant it is in a Unova playthrough. 123 attack and 100 in HP and even special attack. Sure, its defenses aren't the best and it's fairly slow, but Flame Charge still does plenty of damage and helps patch up the speed issue. And then with that, it can just wreak havoc with Heat Crash, Flamethrower, Head Smash, Bulk Up, Earthquake, Brick Break, Scald, Will-O-Wisp, Stone Edge, Wild Charge, with which it has something to deal with most, if not all, remaining major battles in the games. 5 stars in battle prowess. Availability will of course be 4.5 stars, since just like all other starters, it's available for the whole game or not at all. And honestly, its concept is fantastic. The Unova starter trio takes inspiration from Western, Chinese, and Japanese cultures respectively, Emboar representing Chinese with ties to the demon pig disciple alongside Sun Wukong in the journey to the west, but also based on the Greek or Roman military tactic of charging incendiary war pigs, which is so brutal yet awesome for a Pokemon concept. 5 stars. And I will admit, for a very long time I was among the Emboar haters, but partly due to my video giving Gen 5 a second chance where Emboar hard carried, as well as this series for helping me look at these designs on a deeper and more appreciative level, I kinda love it now. I was honestly surprised to see it lose the favorites poll so heavily. Just as an overall, it's a big intimidating mega fire pig Pokemon, with the Chinese style chest piece, the fuse, TEPIG's tail, finally going off, and straight from Ken Sugimori himself, the fiery wreath separating its head from its body was inspired by a specific character who was assassinated and beheaded by his own people, which holy crap, that is an awesome detail. But with that being said, I don't think that this is quite a 5-star design. The face and proportions are still a bit odd, goofy, and kind of weird. A lot of people still dislike this for a reason, but I still think that this is a fantastic 4.5-star design. About 3.5 whole stars higher than I would have given it a few years ago. But that will crown Emboar the final score of 4.75 stars overall and a spot high up on the starters top 5. This whole line honestly did so much better than I was expecting.